Hey friends, welcome back to the channel Trigonometric Function. The diagram below shows a unit circle. A unit circle is a circle that has a radius of 1 unit and is centered on the origin. The x-axis and y-axis divide the unit circle into 4 equal quadrants, namely first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. It is given that P is a point that moves along the circumference of the unit circle, and theta is the angle formed by the radius of the unit circle, OP, from the positive x-axis in an anticlockwise direction. When the point P is in first quadrant, angle lies between 0 degree and 90 degree. When point P moves to the second quadrant, angle lies between 90 degree and 180 degree. When point P moves to the third quadrant, angle lies between 180 degree and 270 degree. When point P moves to the fourth quadrant, angle lies between 270 degree and 360 degree. There are 3 basic trigonometric functions: sine function, cosine function, and tangent function. Based on the right angle triangle in the diagram, sine theta equals to opposite over hypotenuse, cos theta equals to adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent theta equals to opposite over adjacent. Try to identify the quadrant based on the positive or negative sign on the value of sine, cosine, and tangent. In the first quadrant, where x and y coordinates are all positive, and theta is the acute angle between radius and positive x-axis. Right triangle formed in the first quadrant with positive x values measured horizontally, positive y values on vertical lines, and a radius of 1. Since x and y coordinates are all positive, all 3 of sine, cosine, and tangent have positive values. Sine theta equals to y over 1, cos theta equals to x over 1, and tangent theta equals to y over x. In the second quadrant, the x-coordinate is negative, but the y-coordinate is positive. Theta is the obtuse angle between radius and positive x-axis. A right triangle with negative x values on horizontal lines, positive y values on vertical lines, and a radius of 1. Sine theta equals to y over 1. Cos theta equals to minus x over 1. And tangent theta equals to y over minus x. Only sine is positive in second quadrant. In the third quadrant, both the x-coordinate and y-coordinate are negative. Theta is the reflex angle between radius and positive x-axis. A right triangle with negative x values on horizontal line, negative y values on vertical lines, and a radius of 1. Sine theta equals to minus y over 1. Cos theta equals to minus x over 1. And tangent theta equals to minus y over minus x. Minus times minus become positive. Tangent theta equals to y over x. Only tangent is positive in third quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, the x-coordinate is positive but the y-coordinate is negative. Theta is the reflex angle between radius and positive x-axis. Form a right triangle with positive x values on horizontal lines, negative y values on vertical lines, and a radius of 1. Sine theta equals to minus y over 1. Cos theta equals to x over 1. And tangent theta equals to minus y over x. Only cosine is positive in fourth quadrant. As a conclusion, In the first quadrant, all the values for sine, cosine, and tangent are positive. In the second quadrant, the values for sine are positive only. In the third quadrant, the values for tangents are positive only. In the fourth quadrant, the values for cosines are positive only. What always helps me is the acronym A, S, T, C. All science teachers crazy. O, all functions positive in first quadrant. Sine, S, sine positive in second quadrant. Teacher, T, tangent positive in third quadrant. Crazy, C, cosine positive in fourth quadrant. Or we can use other acronyms like add sugar to coffee. How do you determine the angle in the four quadrants when the value of sine, cosine, and tangent are given? Always remember the angle of theta in each quadrant. Theta in first quadrant, 180 degree minus theta in second quadrant, 180 degree plus theta in third quadrant, and 360 degree minus theta in fourth quadrant. For example, given that sin theta equals 0.6157 and theta is greater than 0 degree but less than 360 degree, calculate angle theta. First of all, identify the quadrant based on the positive or negative sign on the value of trigonometric functions. Sin theta equals 0.6157 for positive sign of sine. Theta is in first and second quadrant. Then, determine the corresponding reference angle by calculator. Corresponding reference angle equals arcsine 0.6157 plus the button shape plus button sign plus the figure 0.6157. The result given is 38 degree. Lastly, calculate angle theta based on the quadrant identified. For positive sign of sine, angle theta falls in the first quadrant, theta, and second quadrant, 180 degree minus theta. Therefore, theta equals to 38 degree or 180 degree minus 38 degree. That is 38 degree or 142 degree. Given that cos theta equals minus 0.5322 and theta greater than 0 degree but less than 360 degree, calculate angle theta. Identify the quadrant. Cos theta equals minus 0.5322 for negative sign of cosine. Theta is in second and third quadrant. Determine the corresponding reference angle by calculator. Corresponding reference angle equals arc cos 0.5322 plus the button shift plus button cos plus the figure 0.5322. The result given is 57.8 degree. Then, calculate angle theta based on the quadrant identified. For negative sign of cosine, angle theta falls in the second quadrant, 180 degree minus theta, and third quadrant, 180 degree plus theta. Therefore, theta equals to 180 degree minus 57.8 degree or 180 degree plus 57.8 degree. That is 122.2 degree or 237.8 degree. The last example, given that tangent theta equals minus 1.256 and theta greater than 0 degree but less than 360 degree, calculate angle theta. For negative sign of tangent, theta is in second and fourth quadrants. Determine the corresponding reference angle by calculator. Corresponding reference angle equals arc tangent 1.256 plus the button shift plus button tangent plus the figure 1.256, the result given is 51.5 degrees. Calculate angle theta based on the quadrants identified. For negative sine of tangent, angle theta falls in the second quadrant, 180 degrees minus theta, and fourth quadrant, 360 degrees minus theta. Therefore, theta equals to 180 degrees minus 51.5 degrees, or 360 degrees minus 51.5 degrees, that is 128.5 degrees or 308.5 degrees. That's all for this video. I want to thank you for having this lesson with me. I will see you in the next one.